Hey folks, we're back. I can move this back now. Eine Minuten. Forgot about that. Right then. I think this needs a reroll. 500? Meh. Another 500, what can you do? Let's dive into it, shall we? You can get turned down just a tad. Music was up a little bit loud there, I think. If folks could let me know where it falls, that would be great. But yeah, let's get into it. Ranked. Let's play some more Golgari. List should be on the Stream Decker overlay. And Deckmaster should be working as well. So, yeah, Deece. We'll keep that. We'll keep that all day. Like, needs a 3 or 4 drop to be basically perfect. We're up against an aggro fiend. That sounds ominous, doesn't it, folks? And they're living up to their name as well. Yeah, alright. Okay, well, guess this Lanner Elves isn't long for this world, but still, if it does live, we get Branch Walker and Memorial to Folly next turn, but they shouldn't leave it alive. There are too many broken things that I can be doing. That's a pretty good shock, actually. That's a pretty good shock. Like, oh, baby. Yes. You can eat a lightning bolt. That was a really good draw. I mean, if we can hit a J-Light Ranger next turn, that would be completely bonkers. That would be entirely unfair. No! Yeah, alright. Just trying to eat up my opponent's resources here. I'm going to drop this now. I mean, that's entirely pointless. Like, yeah, we'll leave that on top, actually. So, yeah, again, we come back to this discussion point of, like, don't give me information when I don't need it. You know? Like, I don't need to know that my creature's dying while I'm making decisions about what card to leave on top, when shock would kill it either way. And we're going to kill the Pyroman. Want to get the wizards off the board. Obviously, it's not a big deal, but still. Cheney boy? Yeah, kind of figured. I thought they might have been holding it back from last turn. Are you going to shoot? No. Interesting, interesting. Right, we're going to play Vivian Reed here. She's probably going to end up just soaking up a ton of damage, which is absolutely fine. Like, we're cool for that. Especially if we can hit something reasonable. J-Light Rangers are not bad here. Because we've got 2 cards in our hand that are kind of liabilities against this deck, really. No attacks. Obviously no attacks. Oh, okay. I'm going to go no blocks. Like, we're never ultimating this Vivian Reed, so it doesn't super matter. Contempt's a good hit, though. Chupacabra is also a very good hit. Yeah, we'll take the Chupacabra even over the lands there, I think. My headphones have just died, so I can't hear nothing. Let's kill this 3/3. And then we can start chipping in for some damage. Which I think we basically have to do. We have to shorten the clock as much as possible. You know, most of their fast threats are going to be coming at Vivian Reed, probably, rather than at me. Experimental Frenzy. Okay. Please don't hit well. Dang it. That's actually real tilting. They should totally just ping my Vivian Reed. They didn't see it. Yeah, we're just gonna destroy this. It's not worth one extra card when they can draw like 3 extra cards a turn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying there, folks. I think we're going to fire off this Vraska Contempt and continue getting aggro, actually. Let's send for 4. Lana Elvesy. My nice full art Lana Elves that I got over Christmas. I was going to say all day block. All day, every day block. Okay. Can we tap that for mana, actually? Yes, excellent. That's pretty good. I think we've basically finished this game now. Like, it's just ending our opponent. Yeah, precisely. Gaining another 6 next turn unless they drew a lightning bolt, at which point they're pointing a lightning bolt at a creature that can't attack that turn anyway, and we're attacking for 8. They're at 10. Yeah. GG! Cool. Right, you're a little loud to me again. There we go. Problem is, obviously, not all these songs are normalised to each other, as they've come from bunches of different albums, so... Hat Life! I don't know if that's like a That Life kind of thing, or if it's just like, Hat Life, do-do-do. Like Park Life, I'm thinking. There's definitely better hands in this deck. I think we mulligan. Punished. Punished hard. Down to 4. Yeah, alright. Let's keep. Land on top. That still counts. So, yeah. So, we ended up with a hand that was, like, just objectively worse than the 7, because... I suppose maybe not. Graveyard. We get some filtering this way, etc., etc. So we're up against Mill, it seems. That's fun, I guess. Oh, gold. Alright, well. Vivian Reed's a pretty good answer to this nonsense, so I'm not unhappy there. Graveyard. Land? Graveyard. Just need land here. It's annoying because obviously I'm just doing their job for them. If they settle me, that's not a big problem. So I might as well just attack with the Lana Rolls as well. Okay. Well, we mull to 4 this game, so I don't feel too bad if we end up losing it. Why couldn't it have just been settle? If it had just been settle, we might have been alright. but as it is... So many lands in the graveyard. Can I find them back? Yes. Yes, land. Got anything in there worth finding back? Nope. Oh, come on. I mean, I know they kept 7 and we kept 4, but... Yeah, and we're gonna mill a bunch of things. That's annoying. This is, Oh, come on, for God's sake. I wish the auto-passer actually worked. Yeah, get on with it. If the auto-passer worked, this wouldn't be quite so tedious. But it doesn't, so it is. What have we even... Yep, that's not a land either. I think we're done here. I think I can't be bothered to actually play this out. Let's just move on with our lives. Mold to 4. Perfectly keepable 7. That I sort of went, there are better hands in this deck. I don't know. Maybe that was just dim of me. Iffy. It's a bit iffy. Yeah, that's a really good hand. Boom. Boom. Turn 2, Thrashing Bronzezone. Turn 3, double Wild Growth Walker, hopefully. Double Merfolk Branchwalker, rather. Actually, we're going to go Merfolk Branchwalker this turn. Yeah, cool. We hit a land. That was what I wanted to make sure we hit our 4th land drop so that we can go boom 2-2. More lands? I'd be happy with more lands. Yeah, sweet, that'll do me. Sunpetal Island. I bet this is Bant Fog, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, Thrashy B, kill the stupid Search for Azcanta. He's getting in for 1 worth 2 life. Hell yeah, it is against this deck. Pay 2 life. That can die now, please. Okay, well that looks like settle the wreckage monies. Does that super matter to me? With these creatures? Not really. I mean, it could just be a fog, at which point, Nah, there we go. Right, let's go get 4 basics, shall we? Take action. 1, 2, 3, 4. Detection tower. It's not super useful against this opponent, so there's no point hiding it. But I mean, all of our cards are now so much more likely to be actual spells that matter, right? It's not like this deck's going to get so much more annoying. It's not a bad one. Yeah, actually, we're going to go at Teferi. Because if this Doom Whisperer does actually make it onto the battlefield, yeah. Now this Teferi can't just tick down to bounce Doom Whisperer and save himself. Oh yeah, like... Teferi was definitely happening, Doctor. Oh, it's the 3, right. Sorry, on my screen for some reason the red is really playing havoc with the my background. But yeah, Tefers is going to be super annoying to beat. Okay. And they're still going to have Saddle and obviously... Ah, right, Dr. Dreadful, right. I know a guy who's actually Doctor Doom in that he is a doctor and his initials are DWM, so he's Doctor Doom. It's quite cool. I mean, it is an entirely broken magic card, yes. Let's activate this. See if we can find something worth playing next turn. Lands, ain't it? Norwich Wildgrowth Walker. But we don't actually have to worry about our life total being under threat here because they never attack us until we're already dead. Many, many lands can all go away. I hate the +1 as well. It's the fact that he is effectively a 3-mana planeswalker. No point there. Let's see what else we can find. If we can find like a Vrassica's Contempt, I wouldn't be too sad about that. Oh, Vivian Reed's also super interesting. No, this isn't about card advantage. This is about just the ability to deal with what they're doing. And without duress, we don't have many of those. Cast down can go away, but Vrassica's Contempt can stay on top. Yeah, sure. I'm like putting money on that they have a counterspell here. But at least then I get to Midnight Reaper it. Oh, no, never mind. Cool. Interesting. I didn't expect that to go as well as it did. Okay, well, 7 mana, effectively 0 mana Explore seems perfectly fair and reasonable to me. I can't believe that card exists. And it's going to get so much worse next season when they can just untap all of their lands on the end step. I am so not looking forward to this. Boros Angels is a really fun deck. Like, because it's not just a hyper aggro deck, because it's got all of these really intricate moving parts. Ha 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 ha! Booyakasha! Sucks to be them. Their stupid Nexus of Fate nonsense deck. Well, I can't sideboard in my 4 Juresses. Rasha. Yeah, sorry. A little bit annoyed about that deck existing in the slightest at all anywhere. Which version of the Boros Angels are you running? Is it like pure Angels, or are you running the Brad Nelson version with like Rekindling Phoenix and just like really good evasive threats as well? It's a pretty good hand. Not unhappy with that. Again, too loud. We'll keep this. Adventurous Impulse. Okay, well, let's see what our opponent's at. Okay, well, Merfolk Branchwalker doesn't actually tell us much. They're playing a green deck. So they're playing Merfolk Branchwalker. Yep. Yeah, no, I totally agree. When that came out of the GP scene, I was just like, oh, yeah. That seems like a really good way to build that deck. Ooh, green, white, white. I bet you their history of Benalia me next turn. I would be utterly shocked if we don't get history next turn. And I am shocked. There's a Lyra on the top, which is a bit tedious, but we do have Chupacabras somewhere in this deck. Is Find Finality what we want to be doing? It definitely can be. I think that's worth keeping on top. Yeah, I think that's worth keeping on top. Yes. Yeah. No, you are right. It's more, yeah, mid-rangey. No attacks. No attacks. Yeah, but what I was saying was, like, it's not the hyper aggro version, like with what's his face, the 3/2 haste with Mentor. It's not that version of the deck, so it gets to play a lot more, as you say, the sort of mid-rangey game, which I enjoy. I certainly enjoy it. We could have done with a Chupacabra here, but yes, please. She seems real good against Lyra next turn. Send this turn? Might as well. They'd have to put literally everything in front of this, and then I just cast down the Jadelight Ranger. Let's put it last. Cool. Just clear out a bunch of their stuff. Next turn, we'll play Vivian Reed. We'll kill this stupid Lyra, and then we'll punch him in the face. Yep. That's exactly the angel I was thinking of. So, this is actually green-white angels. I was kind of expecting, as I say, a more tokensy build, as that's fairly common. They just slam another Lyra, I'm going to be a little saddened. They haven't just thrown it on the ground, as it were, so hopefully no stupid giant angel. Yeah, cool. Got there. We'll take that. We'll take that. I mean, you've got like two basically tier 1 decks there, though, right? The Golgari list and the Boros Angels lists are both fluctuate, but tier 1, especially in like best of 1, they fluctuate a lot more. So that's not a bad place to be. Oh, I can't keep that. Nah, that's got to ship. That's a good hand. We'll keep that hand. Bottom that. Well, hello. Oh, perfect. Draw. You are exactly on time, Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker? Thing Walker? They. Let's go with pronouns they for Walker. Seeing as they don't seem to have anything like genitalia. No blocks. Or a face. Or really much of a body. They're just sort of a hollow. Whatever. Double Dauntless Bodyguard, you say? Are they both bodyguarding the Sky Marcher Aspirant? Wow, this Aspirant's more protected than the freaking President. Right, so that one's protecting that one. Oh yeah, they are both just protecting the Sky Marcher Aspirant. Cool. We're going to throw down the Wildgrowth Walker. And the Tomb. Next turn, we're going to hope that they haven't sealed up our Wildgrowth Walker in a Conclave Tribunal. That's a Vanguard. Suggests to me that they don't have the Tribunal, otherwise I think they would have left open creatures to attack with. This could be good. We could be on to a winner here, folks. It's funny actually, the like Boros / mono white go wide decks have really fallen off of late. I didn't think they would have, but they just have. Just don't see as much of them. Maybe it's platinum. Maybe you don't see them as much in platinum versus gold. Like gold, they were fantastic to grind with. What's really funny is that at the moment this Llanowar Elf has literally saved us all of 2 life. Goldfish is weird though, because obviously Goldfish is based off of, you know, 5-0s in MTGO and GPs and things like that, like GP results. So I think their methods, their available methods of data acquisition are just out of date now, basically. Like, they can't get hold of data from Arena, where a bunch of pros are testing and a ton more people are just playing. So I think Goldfish, until WotC starts releasing this information, Goldfish is going to have a really hard time giving us like an accurate breakdown of what a metagame actually looks like. Well, I went there the other day to try and find some lists because I was trying to do the 50 deck challenge just to, you know, get my eye in on what the new set is. And I wanted to go and look at some old lists. I mean, yeah, I was going to finality next turn if this didn't work out exactly as I wanted. Just trying to look at some old lists, and I was like, wow, they've just gone. Like, all of the old lists have gone because, you know, they've only had so many 5-0s and they've only had no GPs, you know? So I think there's a lot of information that's going. I don't even blame people for thinking mono blue's on top. Like, that deck seems really strong against the 2 other biggest decks, as far as I can sort of work out the 2 of the 3 other biggest decks, which is this, which I don't even think this should be particularly big, but it is because people own the bits. Mono white Boros tokens, which, though we've seen drop off recently, was doing very well. Mulligan, I'll keep. And the only decks that it like really has trouble with is like a control deck maybe, or I mean, yeah, the Angels list, I'm sure, because only 4 of their threats are actually unblockable, and all of their other interaction is to deal with, you know, stopping removal spells taking hold. Okay, well, okay. Double Overgrown Tomb. Let's pay 2 life and Jade Light out. Yeah, no, I can see. Midnight Reaper, is that good enough? No, I don't think it is. I don't think that is either. I think I kind of just want some more lands. I don't know. Maybe that was greedy. Maybe that was greedy. And maybe I should have left the Midnight Reaper on top just so that I could get the Jadelight Ranger to definitely be big enough to body check a Drake, you know, one of the Drakes. Don't know. Not 100% on that one. Chart before land could mean that they're searching for lands. Could just mean that they want to make sure they've got all the information before they play one. Dragon Skull Summit, you say? Dragon Skull Summit, you say? Alright, let's punch for 5 here. No point holding back to activate the Thrashing Bronzodon, and there's also very little point of playing the second land rolls, considering we will be playing Vivian Reed next turn anyway. So, yeah, opponent can Drake here, they can Crackles. Alright, coil. And that is a deck that I have not seen in a good long time. Mono Green Stompy. So my wife was actually playing earlier, and she was playing like a budget version, the version that they give you, and then we're looking at making some upgrades to it. But yeah, like that deck, it just fell off the face of the earth, and I don't fully understand why, because it's still just a perfectly playable deck. You know? Like, it's still just fine. Still plays 12/12s. Don't necessarily know as it's, ooh, Crackles. Okay then. So, my money's kind of on opponent having a dive down here, otherwise I think they might have played that a little bit earlier. I think if I tick up, I get 2 more activations with this Vivian Reed. Ooh, no, Detection Tower. That's a really good hit. Yeah, that's actually an excellent hit. We might be able to make that work. It's tempting to just send. I think I'm going to, in fact. If they've got a shock, I'm going to be really sad, but we need to churn through our deck, try and find more removal spells for these stupid Drakes. Or Finality. Like, find Finality would also be a fine answer here. But we've got the Detection Tower to work alongside a removal spell now. Okay, I was just like, wait a minute, what version of the deck is this that they're playing? Is it Phoenix's? Looks like not. Those decks have sort of fallen out of favour, but they still crop up occasionally online. So it's always worth looking into, seeing if there's anything going on, and I haven't been as good as I should be. Oh, Niv Mizzet, but Niv Mizzet in the graveyard. Interesting, interesting. There's another Drake. You're going to have to punch my Vivian Reed, though. Oh, no, okay. That's pretty good. Right, Detection Tower. It's alright, we let that resolve. And then we go, boom. Bam. Niv Mizzet is not a fun card to to try and play against. Like, it is one of the hardest hitting Magic cards we've seen printed recently. So I'm, not 100% shocked by that. I think we're just going to go Wild Growth Walker, Branch Walker, basically. Punch for 3 with this Midnight Reaper. That can stay on top of the library, in fact. Yeah, nice. I think that was the best sort of turn we could have had. Opponent didn't attack Vivian Reed when they really should have. I mean, I could look completely silly here as they go like, spell, another Enigma Drake, maximize velocity, dead. That's totally a thing that could happen. But, like, I feel like giving me the turn with the Vivian Reed was just wrong. While we're waiting for our opponent, thank you for joining us here, folks. If you're enjoying the show, please do hit that follow button. It really helps out a ton. And if you'd like to learn more about the VODs that go up on YouTube, check out down below. You'll find links to all of my socials. And, oh, that's annoying. Okay. That's annoying. Yeah, got to kill the Vivian Reed. Which also means I get to attack this turn. No! That's so many dead creatures! God damn it! Right, alright. Right, let's see what we can get going on here. We might have to activate this Doom Whisperer a couple of times to find some threats to kill our opponents with. That being said, if they attack with the 8/4 here, I think I can activate Doom Whisperer a couple of times, because all I need is a J-Light Ranger, and I've got one in the graveyard, I think. Oh no, I don't. They exiled the J-Light Ranger, didn't they? Yeah, that's annoying. I should have surveilled first. That's what I should have done. I should have surveilled to see if I could find a J-Light Ranger. Damn it, we had the win. We had the win. Let's just do that. We had the win. If I had only believed in myself. There is a possibility actually that I get to do this, so. Opponent's shown that they don't have another dive down, so we're happy to attack here with the 5/7 because they're not going to be able to move this out of range, because they would have done it with the last one, right? When I was all, tapped out, so I couldn't get them. Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. I think we go no attacks here then, because we've got lethal on the board. All we have to do is be able to kill that Crackling Drake, and as I say, I'm pretty certain opponent doesn't have the dive down, because they would have played it last turn. So opponent could go like threat here and then I die. There we go. Cool. Nice. That was decent. That was some good game right there. That was an interesting one. Ooh, packs. Pitiless Plunderer. You weren't even good in Limited. What did we get? What did we get? What did we get? Temple Guard. That's a good one. That's a good one to have. Absolutely. I don't think I've got most of even my lands yet. So, good to pick up the dual lands. Let's get back to it, though. Hey, Simeon. Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. Like, that'd be good. That'd be good. But I'm going to be doing some sealed on Thursday, so we'll open some packs then. Prep for pre-release on Saturday. That's a pretty good hand. We'll keep that. The problem is, Simeon, if they were RNA now, like, how would you balance that ever? Because it's like, oh, okay, are you just going to give it to people to open, to play with? If they're going to open them, no blocks. If they open them, they're going to want to play with them. Real? Real. Well, screw you. Yeah, I suppose that's true, Simeon. I suppose that's true. Right, I'm relatively happy just contempting this to Catley Honor Guard, I think. Like, I need to have my ETBs. Otherwise, I'm just playing a bunch of overcosted creatures. Yeah, the second Legion War Boss is pretty painful, I'm not going to lie. We could do with a fine finality here. Yeah, and of course they're going to flip the Legion's Landing. Oh, wow, okay, that's interesting. Definitely block there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to go Jade Light Merfolk. Jade Light Branchwalker, rather. Just I'm going to stick you in the graveyard, though. Just build a bit of a battlefield. Double Memorials of Folly off that. Need a way of dealing with this second war boss. That's the main problem we've got at the moment. Yeah. Block there, block there. Take 2. Yeah, Danto Vanguard. This is just like all of the cards that this deck hates to see. Is it worth just being like, here's a Carnage Tyrant, deal with it? I think it is. What have we got in the graveyard? Anything worth? No, just... Yeah. Yeah, here's a Carnage Tyrant. Deal with it. Oh dear good God. And it also still has haste? Oh, for frack's sake. This nonsense is ridiculous. Right, well, we have to Vivian Reed and kill the stupid Divine Visitation, don't we? I don't fully understand putting Divine Visitation in this style of deck, I'll be honest with you. It only works when it's already going well. Like, it's just a win more card. kill my Vivian Reed. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, opponent can't really attack with anything else and actually get away with it, so. Oh. They're not going to be able to give it +5, are they? So, yeah, cool. Finality, please? One-time finality? Not quite. Actually, we can Jadelight Ranger and still Contempt. Not against that. Get to dig through more cards this way. Oh, well, especially like that. Yeah. I think I'm just going to versus Contempt this Legion War Boss now. We got to find something. I don't know really what other than a finality is going to be good here, but I know that is going to be very good. I think they should actually be attacking all out. Dunno. Yeah, we died. That's cool. I mean, make them do it, obviously, I guess. Graveyard with the Jadelight Ranger. If we Woodland Cemetery, we can Memorial to Folly back another Merfolk Branchwalker. Oh, no, I need to have the Lantern Rolls available to block this turn. I guess she deals with the flyer, but they just keep making 1/1s. And then I die. I think I need finality, and even then it might not be enough. Yeah, I think she's just got to go. Yeah, we might even just be dead here. We'll see if our opponent can actually, like, sees it and goes for it. Nope, okay, well they're going to give us an extra turn. It's not going to matter. Great, that's annoying. Yep, that was a little annoying there. Even the finality wouldn't have gotten us out, gotten us out of it at the end there. So, meh. Gonna need to play some other decks to get my other quests complete. I'm not switching through 750s, but I'm gonna need to play some red decks. I don't think this is good enough against enough of the field. This is surprisingly good against like mono blue, but because we're not doing anything proactive. Nah, mulligan that. That's a good hand. We'll keep that. That's actually a very good hand. We're going to bomb. Don't need another branch walker there. And it's the mirror match, which means starting with a Lantern Elf is very good for us. Very, 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 very good. Opponent's currently playing mono black. Oh, well, that's tedious, but fine. Right, we're looking for another land here, so if Branchwalker hits basically any other thing, I'm just binning it. Cool, got a land though. Ooh. Ooh, it might actually be mono black of some description. I really want to play the Midnight Reaper, but I think it's right to play the Jadelight Ranger because I'm pretty certain that we're getting swept this turn. Yeah. But we did just basically draw 2 cards there, so... Oh, it's blue-black. Thought Ranger. Okay, well now they're going to take... depends what they've got. Probably Midnight Reaper. I think the Midnight Reaper is the most annoying thing for them right now. Jadelight Ranger, you say? Okay. That's interesting. And they surveilled away a Plaguecrafter as well. Well, that's a good hit for us. Play Midnight Reaper. Assume it's just going to die, but still. It is tapped. Yeah, figured, but still, we get to draw off of it. Oh, come on! I'm like, okay, cool, we've actually drawn a spell that's worth Thought Erasuring after they Thought Erasured us. But, of course they've got multiples because they've been stuck in their hand because they haven't drawn blue mana. This is the great annoyance with playing against hand attack decks, where it's just like, you're not beating me, but okay, 3 Thought Erasures. I really want to beat this person now, just so it could be like, this is why hand attack isn't actually that good. At least not in standard. In modern, when you've got degenerate stuff that you really just have to kill. Alright, well, let's just play out the swamp. What have they got in the graveyard? They've got a Plaguecrafter as their only creature. Okay, well, that seems good. I'm a bit surprised by that, I will be honest with you. Oh, I should have just killed the hostage taker. I was like, oh, I can just let it re-enter the battlefield. Yeah, cool. That was dim of me. That was dim of me. Oh, that was a good hit. Let's get rid of that for the moment. I mean, it's possible that I should have held the Chupacabra until this turn. Okay, well, another Branch Walker helps us find stuff, so that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Graveyard with you, I need something more impactful, but having a 3/2 is pretty decent. And of course they just had a Doom Whisperer in hand. Oh, well, never mind. I'm just going to bellyache for no reason. Walk the plank. Yep, cool. Dead. Nice. Get back Playcrafter. Unable to cast Playcrafter. There we go. Yeah. Okay, well, we moaned a little bit too early there. I got into my moaning strut a little bit early and we still managed to get there. So this is it. Like, hand attack feels like a tempo play because you can never stop the top of your opponent's library. So if you're not also beating them relatively quickly. When I say that, I do mean relative to their deck. Obviously, I almost always bring in hand attack against control decks, but that's even as a control deck. Although that's also to do with like information and that sort of thing. Oh, mulligan, better, keep, bottom. I think we go Woodland Cemetery and we'll see what we're up against here before making any other decisions. Woodland Cemetery leaves everything available to be cast this turn. I think we're going to go Lanarel's Memorial to Folly, actually, because this means that we can go Wildgrowth Walker into Merfolk Branch Walker next turn. Oh, control deck. Wow. This at least will put my Wildgrowth Walker out of the range of a 3 damage Wrath. Graveyard. We need lands because we're about to get swept. So I really, really need more lands so that I can cast this Vivian Reeds. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Awful, Dr. Dreadful, rather, thank you very much for following. Sorry I missed that. For some reason my sounds aren't working. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Yeah, feels like my alert sounds just have decided to abandon me. I'm going to pay 2 life and make them think about what I might have. I know that sounds really weird, but I want to pay 2 life because I can activate this Memorial to Folly, obviously. Not that I will. I need 1 more land and I can cast my Vivian Reed. Not that land. That's literally the only land in my deck that I can't use to cast Vivian Reed this turn. So that's helpful. Yeah, this is annoying. Because they swept us, we've got no board presence, which means that Vivian Reed's just going to be coming down and then they're going to be going, okay, well, here's a counterspell, you know. I think it's still what we do, though. On the, like, 0... Whoa! What? No way. How do they not have a counterspell? Oh, they've got frickin'... What's his face? Tefers next turn, and they're just going to bounce my Vivian Reed. That's what's going on. They got Teferi. And they didn't want to play him into a Vraska's Contempt. Clarion was pretty brutal. Yeah, there's the Teferi. Oh, +1ing. Interesting, interesting. Doom Whisperer's not a bad hit. Merfolk Branch Walker. think it's better to put Wild Growth Walker and then Merfolk Branch Walker down rather than Doom Whisperer. Although that resolved surprisingly quickly, so maybe they just don't have the counterspell. Which would certainly be very interesting. We have beaten Teferis, probably not from a point quite as bad as this very often, but we have beaten them before. We can do it again. Okay, that's annoying. Just try and get as much advantage as we can get. Another Branch Walker seems good. Branch Walker is the test spell. Yeah, they've got it this time. Dang it. I suppose they did have 2 draw steps. Okay. Okay, this is really interesting. Yeah, gotta be done. Otherwise she ultimates. And at that point it's ridiculously hard to get these creatures off the battlefield. I don't know what this all says to me, because so they've bounced Vivian Reed and then they've done nothing with any of their mana. Could mean that they don't care if this Teferi dies, they've got a backup, so they'll just let it die to anything. Could mean that they're ready for it to be contempted, but if I attempt to just attack it, they'll eat my creatures. I think we do just attack it to start with, and then if that fails, I don't know, I guess we're meant to contempt it. Okay, well there's the settle. I kind of knew that was happening. And I'm not... Oh, I should have activated the thing. I actually want to activate this Vivian, play this Vivian Reed. No, I don't, because as soon as I Vivian Reed, the one that's on top goes away. Okay, yeah, let's just try and contempt this dude. Okay, well that worked. I'm, yeah, kind of surprised by that, but... We can get back a Merfolk Branch Walker. Midnight Reaper is probably the best get back with Memorial to Folly. Okay, we're going to do that, in fact. Yeah, let's get that guy back. Find finality. Well, if we could find something worth finalitying. We're actually going to tick Vivian Reed down here, which I know sounds completely crazy. This is if she resolves, obviously. Okay. That's kind of great for us. Because there's another one left on top of my library. Should I be finding back these branch walkers? No. No, we move on. We move on with our lives. It's interesting, but I think we're meant to just be trying to get Carnage Tyrant on the battlefield and just ending it that way. Another counter spell? Oh no other counter spell. That's interesting. We're going to tick up here. We're pretty happy to take an untapped land. Not too sad about something like that. Yeah, like way more than Thrashing Brontodon am I interested. Oh, Essence Scatter, I'm guessing. Oh, Explosion for 6. Wow, ouch. Yeah, sure. Jeez. Yeah, we are super dead. Azor's Gateway. Cool. That's really cool. This is getting sealed away, isn't it? Oh, or not. Right, let's just keep digging. We still haven't seen her. There we go. Carnage Tyrant. Found him eventually. Opponent has drawn a lot of cards. Let us acknowledge this fact. They have drawn an absolute metric ton of cards. What are they going to put under there? A land, so 0. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang. Oh, interesting. That kind of suggests that they don't have the Star of Extinction. Wow, that was hard for me to remember. Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't be bothering clearing these things. This is really interesting. And let's just see if Carney T can get us there. Let me see if I've got... Yeah. Carney T. Opponent's still at 19. Oh, gold. Azor's Gateway going under there, so 0 and 2 is taken care of. Could do with a Thrashy B here, Thrashing Brontodon to get rid of that Azor's Gateway. Okay, yep, 3 under there. Settle the wreckage? Oh, no. Surprising to me, actually. Untap, do it again. I punch them down. Untap, do it again. Game 5, go back up to 17. So, what I'm thinking, and I know this is going to sound weird, post-combat finality to make this big enough to beat them even through the Azor's Gateway gain a bunch of life thing. But if they're gaining a bunch of life, if they've got the explosion, we're just dead, aren't we? Yeah, we're probably just dead anyway. Yeah, okay. And it wouldn't have beaten through Revitalise as well anyway, so... Yep, this is where I miss my sideboard. If I could get up my sideboard and do the duress things, I'd be a lot happier. But as it is, got to rely on Carnage Tyrant taking us all the way. I don't think that he can do it. Yeah, cool. We're done here. We're super done here. Unfortunate, but not unsurprising. Let's be honest. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna whack my mic. Oh, that's an awful hand. That's better. We'll keep that. Bottom you. I mean, if they're an aggro deck, then if they're an aggro deck, then a second Wild Growth Walker isn't the worst thing in the world. That being said, yeah, it was probably still right to bin. Probably still right to just get rid of it. If we had another Explorer in hand, like another Merfolk Branchwalker or something, I would be playing that at this point. But I think we just run out the Wild Growth Walker and have it eat a Lightning Bolt of some description. Yeah, strike. Right then, need... Oh, that's a pretty good hit. Possibly should have kept that on top, but I think we're still alright. Wouldn't have mattered. Yep, this is painful. Let's just get rid of that now. Don't want them able to go off with a experimental frenzy. Who knows? They may have even been able to, like, yeah, I was going to say, surely you just got a burn spell for me. And I'm not technically dead, but I am basically dead. I am actually dead. There we go. Cool. Well, that's been a little bit of a run round the format, hasn't it? Beaten by control 1 minute and then aggro the next. Yeah. Right, well, we pick up our 500 gold. That's not bad. Need to cast some red spells. Maybe we just play some normal. Oh, I'll do it off stream. I'll just play some red deck off stream. I'm not interested in just playing regular play with no best of 3 and no ranked. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's not fantastic, but it's got some good qualities. What do we got? Oh, another red deck of some description. Whether it's a red aggro deck, obviously still remains to be seen. Yeah, it's a red aggro deck. Let's play out the Midnight Reaper. Yeah, I kind of figured that was happening. I will trade. Like, do not test me. I will trade. Interesting, though, because it means that they don't have any wizards in hand. Ooh, War Boss. That's concerning. Right, we could do with... I mean, that's not what I was after. We could be setting ourselves up for a terrible fall here with this Midnight Reaper. But hopefully Legion Warboss means that maybe they don't have quite as much in the way of, like, burn spells. No, they've already just spent a Wizard's Lightning at me. The chance of them playing Wizard's Lightning over Lightning Strike when they could just play both. Maybe they don't have the shocks, but still. And no attacks, obviously. We're going to sit here and we're going to try and block. And just hope that we live. Hope, 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 hope. They've drawn a lot of lands. Like, we're not out of this. Ooh, we are super dead. If this starts working for them, like if that's not a land on top, we're in a lot of trouble. Oh dear, we're in a lot of trouble. Oh dear, it's all gone horribly, horribly wrong, folks. Okay. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Yep. Okay, cool. Well, Vivian Reed, yes, and we can play her without taking too much pain. Vivian Reed is going to kill this stupid experimental frenzy. Bye-bye, frenzy. You can go away now. Whew. And also the fact that they didn't play another... Wow, really? That seems really premature. That... Okay, sure. I mean, I'm not unhappy. Price of Fame, that's a perfectly reasonable spell. That was super early. Like, they were on 20, we were on, what, 10? Not a healthy life total. No, that was super aggressive. Oh well. Again, I'm not going to complain too hard when my opponent just like, nope, I'm off it, go. I mean, they definitely want, like, quick games. Yeah, they just want to grind through Mulligan. I think we keep this. It's not great. I mean, we get to go first. I think we bottom that. There's only certain decks that I even want that against, like, at all. And if we can hit a Wild Growth Walker here, I'd be pretty happy. Branch Walker's very similar against a non-aggro deck. Right, it does the job. Yeah, might as well. Why not? Why not more Jade Light Rangers? They're either Mole Drifters or they're 4/3s for 3 that have sorted out the top of my library. Okay, blue-black, probably blue-black control. Surprised we didn't get Thought Erasure, to be perfectly honest. Then again, opponent may realise that against an Explore deck, what you actually want to do is let your opponent explore something to the top of the library and then try and catch it the turn after. But that's a risky game to play. Okay. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Let's just stick that on the top of the library. I can see where you're coming from, Moment of Craving the J-Lot Ranger, but J-Lot Ranger is way better in the graveyard than... Oh, we're going to send first. J-Lot on Midnight. So Midnight is a little bit more protection against... Yeah, I mean, they're both reasonably good cards, and Midnight Reaper's got some protection against a Wrath. Obviously, it's just going to get countered. Like, I was expecting them to get countered. But... And they're both fine cards, like Midnight Reaper and J-Lot Ranger. Ho, 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 ho. Do you have an Essence Scatter? Because if you don't, that thing's dying. We're just going to punch him in the face here. Punch him first, because obviously if they then, like, seal away or something, I know this is safe. Oh, it looks like they got the Scatter. That's unfortunate. Or they're just complimenting me on my play. Of course, this is the point at which my opponent just untaps and plays another one, and I'm like, well, that's just sad. Okay, they've cleared the board instead. Fine, 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 fine. Oh, come on, can we not just get an untapped land here? I'm still just playing the J-Lot Ranger. Yeah, Wild Growth Walker is so medium. I'd rather just try and get the J-Lot Ranger down now and filter the top of my library a bit more. Wow. They were just lousy with Moment of Cravings. Cast down, not entirely useful against this deck. Contempt? Contempt would have been fine. We could have contempted what's his face? Teferi. What's his annoying face like? The Teferi. Oh, I should have played an untapped Overgrown Tomb first. Oh, never mind, we're good. And we're just going to hold this Overgrown Tomb. Paying 2 life against a control deck is basically meh, so doesn't matter. Ah, they wanted a Chemist's Insight. I see, I see. There's another search. And it's probably just flipping next turn, which is... Ooh, actually... We can... Yeah. Finding back... Thrashing Brontodon. And... Another Midnight Reaper? Yeah, screw it. Another Midnight Reaper. And then we're just going to play out this Thrashing Brontodon again and get this Search for Azcanta. Oh, they had the counter. That's pretty tilting. That's pretty tilting. But at least we get to attack for 4 this turn with relative impunity. We are, however, going to play this out and pay 2 life, because this time I get to Memorial to Folly. Yep. Get on with it and flip your stupid ass canters. Don't feel like I'm in a good spot here. What should I be getting back here? I think it's J-Lot Ranger. It puts a bit more of a clock on the battlefield, and it starts filtering out the top of our library. Of course, that relies on it resolving. So I think we're just going to get this J-Lot Ranger back. Midnight Reaper's another possible choice, obviously. Very good magic card in the situation where your opponent has normal sweepers. If they're sealing away, of course, then it's not... Sorry, not sealing away. Well, sealing away and settling the wreckage, then it's not quite as good. Oh, sabotage again. Cool. Fortunately, I drew a memorial to Folly for the turn, so I'll get to do that again in a couple of turns. But do I think they've got the settle? Yeah, there's no way they don't have it. 2 cards? I mean, maybe they don't. It's not worth 3 damage. With your red white angels deck, that seems like it's hard to. Oh, come on. That seems like it's hard, a hard matchup for you, because obviously you don't get to sweep the board, but you don't go anywhere near as wide as them, and you can't particularly race because they do actually gain a fair amount of life. So yeah, that's pretty good. Oh wow, yeah, I love Ixalan's Binding. Well, I'm sad that it's not seeing more play at the moment. Oh, yeah, of course. Why not? Why not, folks? Eh? Why not just get a Field of Ruin and kill my Oni out? Right, Carnage Tyrant, and I'm going to put it to him. No. Can you get on with it, opponent? And then we'll auto pass, get through, return. Yeah, them venerated Loxodons, they can come out of nowhere. So my co-host on the podcast, Simeon, he like the first message he sent me after he played a league to 5-0 with Selesnya tokens was just like, buy Loxodons, they're insane. I mean, like 3 weeks later he sort of went, yeah, okay, they're fine, but they're not bad. Now we're both back up to, they seem really strong. Yeah, you know what? Life's too short. Life's too short to play against control opponents who've managed to find the exact right answers against what I'm doing. Like I played into it badly a couple of times, so I definitely didn't deserve to win that one. Ooh, this is a good hand. Yeah, we'll keep this. We keep this. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Turn 2 Jaylight Ranger. Turn 3 Wild Growth Walker, Merfolk Branch Walker. Seems decent. Seems decent. And we're into that part of the evening now, folks, where all we're going to fight is control opponents all night. Okay, well, draw 2 off of a free drop seems not terrible, but I'm going to actually put money on my opponent. Like, if I could, I would bet right now that my opponent has a Ritual of Soot. Like, in my mind, there is no doubt that they have the Ritual of Soot. So, is it even worth playing out Wild Growth Walker, Merfolk Branch Walker? I mean, they would have to play it, I suppose. They would have to play it out. Okay, that's really shocking to me. If they had the Ritual of Soot, then they wouldn't have countered that. So, okay. I mean, I know it's great drawing extra cards and that, but can we naturally hit some spells now? Can we hit some spells now? More Esper control. Sure. Carry on. Right, Vivian Reed off the top. Oh, come on. that would have been so funny if it was just like Thor Erasure, Vivian Reed off the top. Of course, I'm then gonna be dead to a Vraska's Contempt, but you can't win them all. I probably would have ticked her down actually on the Search for Azcanta if we had hit a Vivian Reed, just because that card gets really out of hand. Settle the wreckage. Yeah. Okay. But now my entire deck has got to be gas, right? That's how this works. That's totally how this works. The rest of my draws have got to be gas, because I've gotten so many lands out of my deck. I mean, I suppose it's a spell. Yeah, no, I've enjoyed playing the like, here's my really hard to deal with evasive threats. Like, what do you got for me? And Fine Finality, again, technically a spell. And they're not playing out land. Don't know what that even means. Well, again, a spell. Not exactly what I wanted to see here, but it is a spell. Heck, at least if it gets countered, I get to Memorial to volley it back. Well, this is it. Like, I enjoy playing the stock versions of lists until I know what the list is meant to be doing, and then I'm like, okay, well, here's how I want to change it. And they're going to flip the Search for Azcanta. Yeah, again, I can't be bothered. Let's just get on with it, shall we? We couldn't find any relevant spells in the first, what was that? 10 turns of the game? 11 turns of the game? Something stupid like that. So, we'll just give it up and get on with our lives. Yeah, the one that I always think about is Jeskai Black. Like, I just took whatever lists people like Todd Anderson had given out, and I think Brad Nelson had worked on a similar list, but Todd Anderson was definitely the one that I started with. Oh, this is a good hand. And I just started playing it and went, oh, okay, now I've got it. I think this is how I want to tweak it. Started playing around with it. Actually ended up playing Grixis Control through the last half of that season, because I was like, this isn't... Jeskai Black was quite possibly my favourite deck ever. But at the same time, it was... I'm going to play Wildgrowth Walker and then Merfolk Branch Walker next turn with Memorial to Folly. It was not doing well against the decks that I was coming up against a lot, so I wanted to adjust it. Wow, okay. That double Lava Coil opening. Sure. Well, that's fine to hit, but we'll play out the Memorial to Folly, because next turn it means we can Grasp of Contempt. If they just play a Crackling Drake without protection. Oh. Or an Enigma Drake without protection, I imagine. Too many red lands there, it seems, for our opponent. Midnight Reaper? Like, they've gone through 2 Lava Coils. What's the chances that they've got another one? Yeah, I'm up for Midnight Reaper. Let's get our beats on, shall we, folks? It's Sailor of Means. Oh, okay. I've misidentified. This is not... sorry. Is it Drake's? This is it Control? Graveyard, just like to hit some more lands here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do exactly. We're actually just going to send, I guess. They'll just block the 2-1. I'll draw a card. Everyone will get on with their lives. Yep, just like that. I guess I should have played out the Merfolk Branchwalker first. Like, fix the top of my library before the draw. Detection Tower is a pretty good hit here, though. Means that if they do slam like a Niv Mizzet or something, or indeed a Murmuring Mystic, I still get to kill it. What do we reckon? Just Contempt the Mystic? They had 2 mana available there. Chances are they've got a Dive Down in hand. If they've got Dive Down and Spell Pierce, then we're a little bit hooped, but... Oh yeah, you've got to start playing those Tecatli Honor Guards main now. Especially in best of ones. Or is it just slam Carnage Tyrant and be like, go? I'm actually up for this Carnage Tyrant. You know what? 4's heavy. Like, 2 I've seen. 3 I could sort of understand if you keep hitting against Golgari. 4, like, they're only 1/3s. Do you never find that you don't get the velocity you need? I suppose you're the mid-range version, so it doesn't actually matter if they're not attacking. They're reasonably good defenders, aren't they? Yeah, alright, I can totally get where you're coming from. And no attacks this time. The blocks are just too easy on my opponent, so I don't want to. Yeah, I can actually get that. Having thought about it, I can see from where you're coming. There's the Niv Mizzet. Oh, really? Do you not? You don't have a land. Oh, what a draw though! What a draw though! Whoo, yeah. Trigger Niv Mizzet? No! Die! Opponent's well off it. Opponent is so off it. when Vivian Reed just kills their Niv Mizzet that they played out entirely naked. Jeez. Yeah, alright. That seems reasonable. Yeah, like, whoa. They were in a rough spot, and I mean, maybe their hand was just like a bunch of useless creatures or something, and they couldn't get any velocity off of playing a bunch of spells, so they couldn't get a bunch of bird tokens going, that kind of thing. Oh, you are so close to being really good. I think I have to keep this, actually. Annoyingly. Like, I think I'm meant to keep this. It's just so good against so many different sorts of decks. Right, Woodland Cemetery, go. Okay, blue-black again, so, we could do with, mute. Yep, that was exactly what we were after. Overgrown Tomb, needed that. Sure. Carnage Tyrant? Yeah, thought so. Surveilled to the top. Carnage Tyrant. Play Thrashy B, punch in face. F6 value by playing it pre-combat. So, you know. Thief of Sanity, you say? Memorial to Folly. Attacks. You might as well play out the Walker, because they're clearly not wrathing with the Thief of Sanity on the battlefield. Never Vivian Reed in a cast down, and obviously a face down card in exile. Blood Operative. Okay, this isn't a normal. This is hard surveil. This is interesting. Yeah, Vivian Reed is definitely just ticking down on this doofus though. Thank you, Windows Defender, for interrupting me while I'm doing something. No attacks here. Oh, sorry. If the opponent manages to find a removal spell, I'd rather not be throwing away creatures to defend my Vivian Reed. But I'm kind of actually half expecting that what they hit off of me was maybe a Vraska's Contempt. Because obviously I've got as many of them as they do. Okay, well, take my other Vivian Reed. Contempt into the graveyard, well, that's just very suggestive that they definitely have one. And my other Vivian Reed is already in the graveyard, so yeah, that's unfortunate. We're going to take this Branch Walker. Yeah, we're going to take the Branch Walker. There's nothing else in there, no. Oh, and they know about this Overgrown Tomb, don't they? So there's no point holding it. Opponent has been oddly stuck on lands, though. Oh, that was what they were digging for. They were like, oh, I've got the answer, I just need to find the lands. There's nothing worth getting back there. That's unfortunate. That's also a tilt. If I'd managed to find any removal spell there, obviously we would have ended the game, but can't have it all, can ya? And now they're going to sweep my board, so Hey, they didn't have the ritual. See that half-breed? Don't even need to be good. Just need to have your opponent not have it. Good times. But yeah, it would have felt fracking awful. Like, the game would have mostly ended on the spot. Ooh, mythic. Kumena! Nice! That's pretty decent. I think that's going to see a little bit more play next season. So, that's pretty good. Good to see you again, there, Halfbreed. Been a while. Actually, have you been here since we got affiliated? Like, we're affiliated now. It's awesome. Yeah, claim that. Maybe another couple of games. Might just go till 10 PM and then give it up for the evening. I realised that I've been being very naughty streamer and not putting up my my VODs on YouTube. Well, it's not the only deck I have, but and I totally agree. It's also thank you very much, Dead Halfrey. That's nice to hear. That is nice to hear. I think we keep this. Bottom that. So no, it's not the only deck we have. We've got red white aggro, Boros aggro. And no, I totally agree with you. It is not a very good deck for grinding up the ladder. That all being said, it's what I enjoy. It's what I'm good at. I'm going to keep playing it. Yeah, I wouldn't have blocked. So they could have had a 3 point of damage on me there, but... Oh dear, this is gonna... They're gonna be like... Chupacabra, Yolanda, or else? Oh, no, they don't have it. That's cool. Okay, that's interesting. She's not going to get any... Oh, okay. They're just like, I'm just going to knock you off lands. If I draw... Yeah, I was going to say, if I draw lands, that play becomes absolutely god-awful. So, you know. I quite like mono red, so yeah, drop the list. Drop the list in chat. Graveyard. Still need more lands. I mean, I don't think we're getting out of this one alive. You know, we're still durdling around trying to find land drop number 3. Oh, well, we found land drop number 3. Oh, and I just put a Vivian Reed. Oh, let's just get on with it. We missed land drop number 2. Let's get on with our lives. Might have been a bit of an early concession there, but there's no point trying to play through some of that stuff sometimes. Actually, I would be super interested in a red list. I don't have very many rares and mythic wildcards to use at the moment, so... Oh, this is an aggressively medium hand. I think we're going to mulligan this. Yeah, we'll keep this. Bottom of the land. And it's red aggro. Or not. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Graveyard that Carnage Tyrant. We've got fines to get it back if we get to that point in the game, but I don't think we will be. Cheney boy. Yeah. Assassin's Trophy, you say? No, I think we're just going to Jailer Ranger here. We're going to graveyard that as well. Nope, there's no point smashing into a 3/3 first striker with a 3/2. Kind of saw that one coming. Opponent's hand looks a little bit glutted at the high end. Could have done with a cast down here, but there you go. Oh, really? Wow, okay. I'm gonna block. Triple Goblin Chainwhirler. Jeez. I'm going to block here. In case my opponent finds a way of killing those creatures before they can be used to block, it's just better to block early. And obviously you might just find another one to chump with. Overgrown Tomb tapped, and next turn we're going to finality away the board. And hopefully, everything my opponent's been up to. Kind of hoping they go land into a Phoenix here. No, Wizard's Lightning. And this is what I'm saying. If they'd found that earlier, been able to force through my defenders. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're dead here. But we could still get lucky. Right, let's have a look at this bigger mono red list. Right, I'm convinced they've just got another lightning strike in hand. Firebrands, Lava Runner, Runaway Steamkin. I don't have all the Steamkins. Yeah, cool. Results. Don't have all the Steamkins. Don't have all the Chain Whirlers. Don't think I have the Legion War Bosses. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look at mine list. Export to Magic Arena. Dex. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Dex. Import. There it is. What am I missing? I'm missing only a single Runaway Steamkin, actually. All 4 Chain Whirlers, obviously. 2 of the Legion War Bosses. Still missing a Wizard's Lightning. And 2 Experimental Frenzies. Oh, and a Rekindling Phoenix. That's surprising to me. That is surprising to me. I mean, I definitely like the look of this deck. I just don't have all the bits to it. I mean, we didn't even have all the bits to Boros aggro. We still did pretty well with it. I don't know. I've been finding it more and more annoying to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to play like the hyperlinear decks that I don't actually like playing. I don't enjoy the play style to them, and then just losing with them anyway. So I'm like, eh. I'm going to play the deck that I actually enjoy playing. So it means that this doesn't feel like a grind. It's just going to take a while. That's a pretty good hand. We'll keep that. Could do with another dual land. Or a dual land, rather. But, yeah, this is a pretty good hand. Sacred Foundry, that says to me that this is a control deck. Tempted to play the Thrashing Brontodon, but I think it should just be Jadelight Ranger. So my thinking here is, if I play Thrashing Brontodon, it doesn't die to the sweeper, so they're kind of forced to counter it. But I actually want Midnight Reaper and Jadelight Ranger to resolve. Let's try and get a Jadelight Ranger going. Oh, okay, that's surprising to me. You can go in the graveyard. Need land bad. Oh, gold. No, it's all gone horribly, horribly wrong, folks. Ugh. Seal away my Wild Growth Walker. Raft the rest of my board. I die now. Okay, Revitalise. Yeah, I mean, Jadelight got Walker out of sweeper range as well. It was just I really wanted the Jadelight to resolve so that I could get some lands. Okay. Well, I guess we're playing a Midnight Reaper here. But yeah, you are right. WRP. That was where my mind was as well. Crackles, right. Untapped land off the top. Hoo-yah! Hey. That thing where you're like, no, that's the bad play, and then it's like, oh, by the way, hello, yeah, no, I get you. Oh, if that's not settle the wreckage, then I'll be a monkey's uncle. So, these two. Will from DS. Ah, cool. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, obviously one lands. One of each seems good. Oh yeah, of course we're still in damage, aren't we? That weird thing with the game being like, oh yeah, you're still in combat. No, I'm really not, game. my creatures all got exiled. I'm really not still in combat. Main phase Chemist's Insight. Well, now isn't that interesting? I'm going to play the Lanarels, because if this is just a straight up sweeper, then we draw an extra card, and Lanarels doesn't do a great deal anyway. If it's Teferi, we can Vraska's Contempt it before it untaps any of the lands. But if it is Teferi, then they need to have more stuff going on. Anyone else see that? Like a weird graphical bug. It was like Mountain, Island, settle the wreckage. I mean, I suppose I may have... Yeah, that's what it is. It's as I'm passing over. There we go. Yeah, okay. I'll draw 3. That seems fine. If we can find a Carnage Tyrant, that would be excellent. No, Jadelight Ranger. Vivian Reed. Cool. Anything worth getting back? No, not particularly. Nope, didn't slam it at half-breed and got rewarded. Could have bought back Reaper. You're right, actually. I was thinking about it wrong. I should have bought back Reaper. Do we really need another Doom Whisperer? I mean, I'm going to take it, but yeah. Yeah, whatever. You're right, I should have bought back Reaper. Completely, yeah, flubbed that one. For some reason, I just didn't see it in there. Yeah, my eye literally skipped right over it. I think I thought it was a Vraska's Contempt or something. Dunno. Dunno. That was dumb. Please don't blow up the world. I like dinosaurs. Okay, well, that's a thing. There's a Vivian Reed. Tick her up. Find a Carnage Tyrant. Perfect. Perfect. Can everyone hear the music, by the way? Like, I've got it turned down a little bit so that it's not clashing with me too much, but I just want to know if people can hear it. Because obviously we've got big giant circles playing at the moment. Yeah, right, it's just like, well, I found a Carnage Tyrant, so I guess I'm going to play this Carnage Tyrant. It's, Carnage Tyrant. Rah! I've been told I need to redesign this again. So, I'm using it now. Ral isn't gonna do it. I mean, I suppose Revitalize saves you for a turn and draws you an extra card to try and find another, have another go at finding Settle. Oh, wow, that's a rough one. Actually, let's check the battlefield, because... Oh no, now we're just using Memorial to Folly to get back Carnage Tyrant, aren't we? Yeah, I'm going to take the Branch Walker here. Like I say, I'm relatively convinced that they've got a Revitalise in hand. Not that it massively matters. Graveyard. I think we just punch them and let them Revitalise and go to 1. Yep. Yep, that was what they had to have. I'm leaving up Memorial to Folly activation. So I could have gone Wildgrowth Walker into Jailot Ranger, but I feel like digging through my deck is way more important. Like, digging through my deck, one card is way more important than just having a Wildgrowth Walker. Right, Rao gets to tick up. Vivian Reed should get to ultimate this turn. Well, if Vivian Reed doesn't get to ultimate, then they don't get to play any Wraths, so... And once Vivian Reed's ultimated, half of their Wraths are going to be... Oh, you're in Prague. Very nice. Yes, we had Nathan on earlier, who has also been at Darksphere previously. Oh no! Oh no! They found it, Oh no! Yeah, that gets me. Good time out in Prague? Or were you playing the main event? Or did you just decide to do all the side events? And yeah, that copy can resolve, and I'll get my Carnage Tyrant back. Carnage Tyrant. Right then, Ultimate Vivian Reed. Carney T. Wild Growth Walker. I mean, they've still got... Oh, what you mean for me? Banefire for this deck? Not until the next set of lands come out. Not until next week, basically. Were you UMA all weekend, basically? Or did you do a few different things? Chemist's Insight is really good to see. Means if they have the Settle the Wreckage, I can contempt away this Row, which we need to do, because if Row ultimates, then we're just dead. Modern in the side events? Yeah, don't blame you. Don't blame you. UMA can be expensive, and also if your pool's not with you, then you're just not doing anything. That was basically what Nathan was saying to us earlier. He played side events in UMA and went, yeah, my decks were not great. Right, we're going to start with the Contempt on the Row and see if we can trick our opponent into not settling the wreckage. Oh yeah, I love GDS as well. I'm a GDS player. Okay then, I think we just send with the Carnage Tyrant. Settle the Wreckage is the only answer to that. They can't just seal it away. Oh, they can't seal anything away. It doesn't tap. Oh. Opponent's dead. They were just making me go through the motions. No, good on them. That's the first time we've seen some players, like I've been conceding very early tonight. So, yeah. Right. Given that that's 10 PM and I've been streaming basically for 4 hours today, I think I'm going to give it up for the moment. I need to do all of the good streamery things. Oh, Will, thank you for that follow, man. It helps out a ton. Like, just gives it some more visibility. Yeah, I'm going to call it for tonight. I need to go and like download the VODs off of Twitch so that I can upload them to YouTube. I see how there could be better linkages there, but whatever. And I've also got to find a clip to put up for tonight. Nothing super exciting happened. Maybe we'll get one from earlier with Helen on. But yeah. But thank you all very much for turning out, folks. Thanks for hitting those follow buttons. We got 2 new followers tonight, so that's great. Just, yeah, going good. And I'll see you all next time. Have a good one.